Did you have an outlet like this when you were coming up?
You know, coming up, you know, I had school, music class at school, and when I got to junior high and high school, I had teachers that made sure we had that outlet and that it was very important, the musical classes.
And now so that it's out of schools now.
Well, we're fighting to get it back. You know, you have to. And I tell people this all the time, like, you have to allow kids to express themselves so that they'll open up to want to learn. You know, if you're not allowing them to open up and be who they are, they'll never learn, and you'll never know how to teach them if you cut off their personality.
And the last question, how do you tie the arts into society as far as the importance of arts to society?
Well, it's music. You know, it's music. It's like medicine. It's a way of communicating. When people can't get their emotions out, they go to music. It can be used for political, for advertisement, for everything. So, you know, music is a part of everything we do.
Yeah.
Everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The Pulse of Entertainment. If you want to check me out online.
Okay.
Now, if you could tell me, what do you think about what the Grammy Foundation is doing here today for young artists?
Well, there's a couple of things that are going on. One, of course, is the fundraising aspect, which is important to raise funds to be able to continue these programs. Children along their path of musical exploration.
Yeah.
And, you know, the other end is a program that helps educate kids about music. And, I mean, there's many ways you can educate kids about music, but an organization that it's like a place kids can come and depend on and strive to become a part of, and then it's like, oh, I'm here, I'm part of this family, my identity is here,
I belong.
That's so crucial. So
how do you tie that into society as far as the importance of the arts?
Wow. Well, somebody much more eloquent and intelligent than me can answer that better. But from what I've personally experienced, you know, the skills that are demanded, the skills that is demanded you cultivate when you're a member of a musical ensemble, particularly in an educational environment, are the skills that we all need to cultivate to be members of a functioning democracy.
That's true.
And there's also the aspect of, you know, you understand your responsibility, you feel obliged to cultivate yourself to bring your best to the whole, to the community.
To the whole,
It strives you to reach into your own capacity and reach beyond your limitations with the faith and understanding that when you apply yourself, you can become better tomorrow than you are today. And, of course, like you said, a sense of belonging. You know, there's so much of a unsettled feeling among so many youth of not knowing where do I belong, who am I cool for, who am I a nerd to, am I part of this group, am I part of this identity? And, you know, we're such a melting pot that I think it can be a slippery slope to align yourself too much towards one, you know, branch of a cultural identity. Because the real cultural identity in the United States is the art, is the music. You know, that's where we all intertwine. We all of our stories, of our heritages, you know, through the music there's room for everybody. And I can say from my own experience being a teenager, that sense of peace, knowing that, oh, these are my people. Every Saturday at 5 o'clock I belong there. And they're ready for me, and I have something to bring and to give, and I'm challenged. Even when I'm challenged, it's out of love. You know.
That's a nice tie-in. I like that.
Well, I think it's really real, and I know studies have shown, you know, children who are involved in the arts do better in math, and in reading and in writing.
Wow.
Because many of the same. I mean, I think the
thought
brain.
processes.
I'm sorry. The thought processes and the problem solving. I mean, music is so heavily built around math. You know.
I can see that.
You have to have a really strong sense of. Also, communication. You know, there's a budding scientific study that shows when people are improvising, their language centers are illuminating their brains, you know. So you learn communication. So communication is crucial. We're in there to send a text from far away, but human being communication is the core of a community.
That is true.
And I think young people do learn those skills when they're part of the music program.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think sports can also do that too. Sports and the arts, performing arts, they can really offer that to young people.
I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that.
Thanks.
I know. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So what do you think about what the Grammys are doing, the Grammy Foundation is doing today for young people?
Well, in a country where funding for the arts has diminished year after year, and our kids are at risk of not having an opportunity to be exposed to music and dance and art and theater and all of the great things that one learns as a human being about life from that, it's a travesty and it's really a problem. So the Grammy Foundation puts its money where our mouth is with all the programs that we do, whether it's Grammy Camp, Grammy Signature Schools, really affording thousands of young people the opportunity to find out about
And
music.
how do you tie that into society? Why is it so important?
Well, because in any civilized society, the arts and culture is so critical for human development. It's great to know mathematics, and it's great to know history, and it's great to know all of those things, but you have to nourish the heart and the soul. Yeah. And I take my own example, saw Elvis when I was 7 years old, and it created a spark, changed my life. And music really is so important. Imagine a world of silence, and imagine what your life would be without the soundtrack behind it. So this is something we need to do. And then if you take the pragmatic side of it, American music is one of the most important exports that we have around the world. Everybody knows American music. We're renowned for it. So we need to make sure that keeps playing and we nurture the next generation of young people to make that music.
Thank you so much.